Hey everybody, Corey from Aquarium Co-op. Today we're talking about my top 7 fish for a 20-gallon aquarium. Let's check them out. All right, in at number 7 is Julidochromis. These happen to be an albino form. They're super cool. They like to go vertical or diagonal or sideways. They'll live in caves. They don't move around a lot. They do breed pretty easily. So if you can give them some rock work and things like that, you can keep maybe a trio to up to 6 in a 20 long. 20 tall like this, you'd probably want to remove it down to about a pair. Once you get them into a pair, rehome the rest and let them breed out. And as they raise up as a colony, it should work out much better for you. But they're super cool. They only get about 3 inches or so. And a lot of personality, a lot of digging, and good foray into your first Lake Tanganykan cichlid. Number 6 for me is the Leopard danio, both long fin and short fin. They look like little trouts to me. They're real active, so a 20 long is better than a 20 high, but they can do both. They don't have to be heated, which is nice. They're real fast feeders, and they can move around a lot. So pair them with other tetras and danios and rasboras and that type of thing. They usually hang out in the top third of the aquarium. And they're not picky. You can feed them almost anything. Keep them in a group of like 6 or more, real tolerant of a real wide range of pH and hardness. So yeah, they're really underrated in my opinion. We sell them for what, $2.49? You should be able to find them around that range. And they're not super duper common because a lot of stores go, well, they don't sell that well. But it's a really cool fish. If we pushed it more as a hobby, I think they'd be really popular. They're displaying right there between 2 males. They don't get super duper aggressive. They mostly all display kind of like white clouds. Number 5, we've got the German blue ram. You can keep them in a pair or a trio in a 20 long or a 20 high like this. You've got that big male right there, and he's got a few ladies around him. Usually the ladies, like that one right on the right there, will have blue speckles inside the black dot and a pink belly, and then shorter dorsal fin, whereas the male, typically, you see how there's no blue spangles inside the black dot, and then that dorsal ray is extended on his dorsal fin. And so that's one of the easier ways, and he doesn't really have a pink belly as much, and he's bigger. So you can see like, wow, you've got a lot of females. Yeah, he's keeping all the males away from him and letting all the females come near him. They like to be hot. That's the only downfall to them. We keep them at 85. I recommend the same. And they'll breed for you. They dig little impressions. I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but that's dug out right there. So they can breed in that. And they've been digging a few other pits here and there as well. Really cool. I keep them with cardinal tetras and a few other things like stir-bite cories, but in a 20-gallon tank. You can definitely keep a pair, if not a trio, and enjoy them. You can see the sparring going on between the males right there for territory. But yeah, this guy's got a harem going to himself, chasing that extra male away. And yeah, super fun, but keep them hot. Most people don't keep them hot. They keep them at 78 and they die off. At number 4, I've got the rasbora het. Great schooling fish. It gets a lot of that nice purple in the pork chop part, and then a nice orange cast. They get about 2 inches or so, which is nice. And get them in a group of 6 to 8 and let them bounce around that 20-gallon aquarium of yours. And I've yet to meet a person that really hates rasbora hets. It might not be the best thing you've ever seen or the coolest thing, but no one hates them. They're just a good, solid, hardy fish that looks great, and they tend to stand out against a green backdrop and other fish. So they're one of my favorites. That's why they get number 4. I need to use them more often. Number 3 is Apistogrammas, but specifically today we're going to focus on the Apistogramma Agassizii double reds. They're just a cool dwarf cichlid, only get about 3 inches. They usually will pair up and live in a cave. We don't have any caves in here because we don't really want them to pair up, but they're going to hang out down low in the bottom third of your tank. Everything else will, swim above it, and they like to be a little bit warmer as well. We recommend 82. That's what we keep them at. And you can breed them. They're fairly easy to breed and raise up their fry if you provide them some frozen baby brine or maybe even live baby brine shrimp. The females typically will turn a little bit more of a yellow color, as you can kind of see on that one right there. And yeah, grab yourself a pair if you can. Hopefully they're big enough to sex out. You can have sneaker males. You can learn all about that online. But great fish, and Apistogrammas in general are a real treat to work with. So I had my list of favorite fish and for a 20-gallon tank, and Panda corydoras were on the list, and it turns out we're keeping them in the same tank. So they only get about 1.75 2 inches. You want to keep them in a group of 6 or more. They don't get as big as some of the other corydoras, like the Sturbii, that get up to 3.5 inches, depending on how bulky you get them. But they can go a little bit cooler, down to about 72 degrees. Great bottom feeder. You want to have nice barbels on them, like you can see here. You don't want to have very sharp gravel. You can have other gravel that's not sharp, but they love to eat worms. Frozen bloodworms are one of their favorite. Rapashi foods are another favorite. And I wouldn't keep them just as a scavenger. I make sure that they are getting fed directly, and you add them to your tank because you like them as a fish, not because they're a janitor. All right, and here we have my number one fish for a 20-gallon tank is these right here, these rainbow fish. Pseudomugil, gertrudae, rainbow fish. Super cool. There's a few different varieties. So look at that blue eye. Look at all the dots on them. They'll display to each other really nice. They've got those wicked good fins on them. I know I've got them on a blue background, which isn't optimal. A black background would be much better, or a fully planted tank would be really nice as well. They're a little spendy at $9.99. I recommend groups of 6 or more, but you can see just that orange on the fins, that nice blue eye, and they're as close to like a, I don't know, a really cool, interesting, colorful fish you're going to get in a 20-gallon that seems unique and rare. So that's just why I like them so much. And they don't come into stores all the time, but they are a great little fish. You can only breed them for about 18 months. After that, they get old. They'll live for many years, but they have a narrow breeding range. But they're super cool. If you get a chance to buy them, I recommend it. You can see here we're keeping them with cherry shrimp and stuff like that. So I just love them quite a bit. All right, guys, well, that was my top 7 for a 20-gallon aquarium. Let me know down in the comments section what your favorite fish to keep in a 20-gallon is. Even if it's ridiculous, we've all done it. We've all had a weird combo going on, that type of thing. But what's your favorite thing that you've kept in a 20-gallon? Let everyone know down in the comments so that when other people are looking for ideas, they can go, oh, that person did that, describe your setup, that type of thing. And I'll be sure to read them. So we'll see you in the next one.